Hello, hello! Welcome everyone to Two Brothers is the map, right? Yeah. We are playing World of Warships Legends. I am your host today, Phoenix61, right? Make sure to follow the channel. I'm doing videos every single day for this game thus far, right? We've got a pretty good streak going, so you don't miss tomorrow. Pretty tempting, huh? Pretty tempting to push that subscribe button. I am trying to make it to 500 subscribers. That's where YouTube actually lets you do other YouTube things once you get to that point, right? So we are on the struggle bus that is getting to that, that sweet spot, right? Yeah. So we'll dump some torpedoes into the D cap here. You notice we are playing as the Ostergotland. So this ship I have rigged out for full-blown anti-air, right? And then, of course, we get in a game where there are no carriers, right? So, but that doesn't mean you still can't do good and contribute, right? Don't just give your ship away. Don't do that. That's not fair. That's not very nice to your teammates, right? Oh, man. Oh, I wish I could live on this little island right here. You know, granted, as long as Xbox services still worked, right? We'll go in and challenge the zone. We notice there are 4 enemy destroyers in this team. Well, 2 cruisers, 3 battleships, right? But we do have pretty sweet concealment with this one. So a lot of times what I try to do is, we notice the D zone, D cap, the big D, right, is getting captured, right? So we know there's a destroyer in there. So what I like to try and do with this, since we have such good concealment, is a lot of times we have slightly better concealment than other destroyers, right? So if you can get into the zone, you can always, you can potentially spot their enemy destroyer without them spotting you, and then your teammates behind you could help, shoot, right? We don't get a smoke screen with this thing, so we do err on the side of caution, right? So I'm not going in any further because this Bismarck is pressing pretty hard, right? So we'll send our next batch of torps towards him. And, there's torpedo, so so now I know one destroyer is probably off in that direction too, right? But I was like, oh geez, so I hit engine boost to try and, get around those, and then, of course they died out, so we got lucky there, right? But, so then we're probably getting radared by the cruiser that's just outside the zone. And then we saved a rack of torpedoes here so that we could send, ideally you'd get a flood on that Bismarck, so either he was using damage con at the moment, or we just got unlucky and didn't get a flood, right? But then that way, the second rack here, if it triggered a flood, you'd have, a permanent flood or whatever. He wouldn't be able to put it out for a while, right? Put it out, plug it up, whatever you want to call it when it's a flood, right? But yeah, so we'll continue to eye him up, and then I do shoot occasionally. You'll notice me do that, and a lot of times, like here we're going into this smoke screen, but we still got shot at by the Bismarck, right? So, and then that may have been secondary batteries, I don't know. But a lot of times I'll do that just to draw fire away from my allies in some scenarios, because I noticed we had this cruiser sitting broadside. Now, granted, he is in smoke, but his Bismarck might be getting too close for him to be able to fire without getting spotted. But anyway, so yeah, sometimes as a destroyer you'll see me take cheap shots coming around corners, or even getting myself spotted just to draw fire if I'm far enough away, right? And then of course, if you're taking damage or if you're low on health, right, I don't do that as much, but yeah. But yeah, so we'll stop firing here for a second, see what our torpedoes are gonna do. I was thinking somebody had him on fire, but I think it's his secondary batteries that were going off, yeah. And come on, flood. Alright, we can trigger a flood, we'll see if it sticks. Yep, we're getting flood damage. And then, yeah, here's what I'm talking about. Somebody else is gonna finish him, and we have that flood going. Oh, nope, we got him with bullets. Nice. And then, yeah, as you can see, we're still spotted, so there's probably a destroyer coming around the corner here somewhere. There he is. I don't know why he fired his guns. Working man over here. We don't have a lot of support. We lost our cruiser, so I'm debating, do I shoot? I mean, he was kind of missing us a lot. And we got pretty accurate guns with this ship. And then if he's going to shoot the battleship, or if our battleship's going to help us out and shoot at him, right, we might be able to get him off the board here. So now we've got a head start as far as health goes. So we'll shoot him as long as he's spotted here, I guess. If we can actually hit. I don't think the ship's accuracy is the problem, it's my aiming here in this situation. We do trigger fire on him. That looks like it's burning. Ooh, yes. Turret incapacitation that he can't fix. Less bullets coming our way. Come on, baby. Give this to us. Alright, and then, oh great, yeah, of course the other destroyer is going to show up, yeah, and help shoot. Asashio!
Enemy destroyer blown up.
That's definitely one I'm not saying right. Alright, so we'll get away from him. I don't know if I want to get in another one-on-one gun battle with the, you know, only having 5,000 health left. We'll send torpedoes where we think he might go, right? Like, I might come through there if I was a destroyer. Also, the battleship that's back there in D, I would imagine he's still pressing forward. We weren't spotting him, so he wasn't going out wide. And I don't know why he would be backing up, so we'll send torpedoes. So yeah, that's kind of double duty there, right? The destroyer might come this way, and the battleship might come this way, right? And we got 12-kilometer range. Yep, there's the battleship. Sweet deal. But yeah, we're gonna miss though. In all honesty, the destroyer might have been there and spotted those torps, and now the battleship, you know, has that heads up. Leviathan. Yep, he's gonna press around now. Now is our moment. Yep, there's torpedoes from the destroyer going after our battleship. This is where it's like, oh man, like this would be a good game to have a good gun, you know, a good destroyer gunboat, right? There's the Asashio. All right, so they're all focused on our battleship, so I'm gonna take some shots here, and we'll potentially draw a little bit of fire, right?
Engine boost.
And we'll have to be careful here. Yep, here come bullets. Well, that was not bad at all for damage. And we'll stop firing our guns to try and not die here. We are losing. We're down ships, and zone count is, you know, 2-2. We can get some torpedo hits here, at least 1. 2? Hell yeah. See if that Leviathan... Nope, he's got damage con. Story of my life. I am that, like, idiot battleship player. Like, I die... Like, I trigger my damage con, and I'm like, even in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm good now. There shouldn't be any more torpedoes. And then here come torpedoes. Like, then I flood to death, right? Ooh, we had that. Yeah, we had our second rack going. We need the flood there. All right, yep, he's a goner. He's a goner. We did it right. We did something right this time around, guys. If we lose this game, I'm going to count it as not my fault this time. This time. Question is, like, we really need somebody to help us out with this destroyer, right? Because we just don't have the health to get in a gun battle, right? So I'm relying on torpedoes. But, like, see, if he's gonna shoot at our other, you know, at our allies, I just, like, there's no way he knows we're low on health, you know. So, like, if we do start firing our guns, and he's firing at somebody else, he's gonna switch to us, right? Like, I mean, that's what I would do, right? Yeah, here he's turning about. Maybe. Nope, he's gonna smoke. Okay. How are our torpedoes? I don't know if I think I sent the torpedoes. No, those might go through that smoke screen. I thought maybe I fired them more, like, forward of that, but I don't know. And we're losing Zone A. I don't, like, our battleships need to be going over to Zone A. Like, both of them, like, hell, everybody else go Like, well, I mean, I was complaining about my health amount just a minute ago, but so it would be nice to have some help with this one destroyer. But it's like, like when I'm weak like this, when I'm low on health, like a lot of times what I want to do, just be conservative and take your easy shots, right? And then use we got long range torpedoes, right? So I'm going to use those. But ideally, like what I'll do is go around and cap zones. And here we're getting spotted. Man, he must have really good concealment. Yeah, we're picking 4.7 we pick him up at. I mean, we're gonna have to. Why is he not looking at us? What's he? He must be sending torpedoes towards our battleships, I guess. That he's looking that way. But this is really giving us. I can't believe he doesn't use his guns to finish us off first. He fired one. If we get the, I can't believe we're gonna get this kill. Oh, we get high caliber. Why is he not firing at it? Maybe he's firing torpedoes, waiting for torpedoes to reload. I guess that's like one thing too. Like if you're, you gotta in those tight situations like that, like just the fact that like we were both so weak, you should just be firing guns. I think, and if you're gonna fire torpedoes, like don't switch and hold, wait for them to reload. Fire your guns until you see that they're loaded, and then switch. Dump the torps, then switch back to guns, right? Like, I feel like he could have, if he would have started firing right away when we got spotted, he would have beat us there. We need one more kill for a Kraken. I still don't understand why my allies aren't going over. It's 2 battleships on our team versus 2 cruisers over there. Like, they should be pressing and whooping, right? Like, and then that destroyer can spot. I'll go cap the zone. We're up on points. I'm gonna have to get this zone to equalize the point gathering, though. No, we lost the battleship. Yeah, I didn't realize he was weak. So that might have been why he wasn't. But like this other battleship has a lot of health. Like if you're a battleship late game with a lot of health, you need to do something about it. You need to get wrecked. Like, I'm not saying like sacrifice your ship, but like if you've got teammates that are dying off and you've hardly taken any fire, like try and put yourself, like draw some fire. Don't go broadside to somebody big. Don't watch out for torps. But yeah, he's just like chilling here. Turn in. Go challenge those guys. Oh, at least he's firing. For a second, I was like, is he AFK? Like, but yeah. So the question is now, like, I feel like we're going to lose on points. Because now we're down points. We lost that battleship. If I get this zone, yeah, like, that one cruiser's probably just running. Right? And why is our destroyer just chilling there? That destroyer could be spotting both of those cruisers for the battleship to shoot, right? Or at minimum, like, go out there so you can send some torpedoes. It's a Warships or whatever. He doesn't. I think those French ones don't have no smoke screen and not the greatest torpedoes, but still, like, you could spot. So yeah. So okay, well, there's one cruiser coming up here. I'm just not gonna have it at the time. Like, there's no way I'm making it to Zone B. I mean, I'm probably make it in there, but not have enough time to cap it. And we're down 100 points. Both of those ships need to die. Our cruiser should be spotting, but he's not. And then our battleship should be being more aggressive, right? So, like, even if you're, you want to, like, play conservative, at the end here, if you're losing like this, there's, you've got nothing to lose from being, like, overly aggressive, right? Like, try and make the play happen and see if you get lucky, right? Like, otherwise, if you just chill back there and don't do anything, like, we're definitely going to lose because we're down on points, right? Yeah, that destroyer backed up even more. I mean, maybe he's nervous about radar or something with these guys. I don't know. But, like, yeah. If they've used it, it's gone, right? Like, go and, yeah, there's 40 seconds left. So I'll send torpedoes, but I think it probably takes 40 seconds for them to get to where that cruiser is. If he even came around, came up far enough. Well, there's a plane there. Oh, gosh, yep. I think this game's hopeless. Unless he's got a sliver of health and I can shoot him if I spot him here. It'd be an epic win. Although I don't think the point difference would be enough. They would have to kill the other cruiser. Yeah, he's got too much health, and there's no way my torps are hitting him, and there's 8 seconds left. I mean, well, I can hit him, but my bolts aren't going to do enough damage, that's for sure. Oh, that was a good game on our part, though. I feel like we played really strategically, just like needed our teammates to kind of do some things for us, right? You can't do everything yourself, I guess. We do get the top spot. That's kind of sorry on XP 1800. I mean, that's good. That's still a good game. It's just like, we've had some better ones, right? Ostergotland, I'm always like upset when I'm always bummed when we don't get a carrier, because as you can see here, so we're using Jersey Swirsky. I actually just recently switched to this, and I'm not using Jersey Swirsky anymore. I forget who I'm using, but keep an eye out for future Ostergotland or Skane videos, right? Because there is someone with a base trait that has to do with anti-air, and I switched to them. I was using Jersey Swirsky just because I had him more leveled up, but now I think I recently got the Friesland, and so I'm using the more like gun-centric perks from Jersey Swirsky for like gunboats, right? For the pan-European ships that are a little bit more gun-focused versus torpedoes. Because I think the Friesland doesn't even have... Am I saying that? Is that the right ship I'm thinking of? I don't know. There's one that doesn't even have torpedoes, right? For pan-European. And so I switched to Jersey Swirsky for that. Of course, and then I changed up inspirations and everything too. But that's how I had them set up for this game, and that's been my anti-air build all previous before this. But I just switched it up. Yeah, we're gonna and it's slightly better. The AA build is slightly better with this other guy too. So if you're doing AA builds, if you hate aircraft carriers, this is one of the ships to use, right? And do an AA build on. Because yeah, these guns up here on top, these are anti-air guns, right? So, thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. Make sure to follow the channel. We will have another video tomorrow, so see you then.